Hello, everyone. It's Darlene Corbett again, the Unstuck expert. First of all, I just want to say before I begin on today's theme about other ways to become unstuck, I did not realize that Oprah Winfrey and with Deepika Chopra, I hope I'm saying his name correctly, are doing some kind of meditation series on getting unstuck. Well, cheers to you, Oprah and Deepika. I had no idea. It's obviously getting unstuck is universal, but I certainly did not learn this from anybody. I've been doing it for 35 years as a therapist, over 35 years, really, as I've said to many people, and as a hypnotherapist, almost 30. But it's nice to know that many people are using this theme to help people. And Oprah has done a great deal, as has Deepika, to my knowledge. Oprah has touched many people's lives. My goodness, since as long as I can remember, the 80s, maybe late 70s. So cheers to you, Oprah Winfrey, of taking the theme that I feel is so close to my heart and helping people. You have a much, much, obviously, greater platform, audience of all over the world. But I'll continue with my messages here. Today, I want to talk about giving. It goes hand in hand with gratitude, right? You're grateful, you give, other people are grateful. Kind of goes around and around. Sometimes you give to get, hopefully in a healthy way. But you often do get, no matter what you get gratitude. You're thankful yourself when you give. Again, it's not just the recipient, it makes you feel good. And I'm going to give you a really cool example that just happened to me. So I wrote a book, as many of you know. 50 million other people write books. I am very fortunate. I had a publisher that took my book, believed in it, and still does, I believe. I hope so. And recognized its worth. But, books are hard to sell. And if you're not in the speaking world and with this pandemic that really has put many of us on, well, put us aside, as well as I am a therapist, I can't try to give my books to clients to buy. A couple of them have when they know I wrote a book, but you can't, and nor should you. But what I thought about, I was on a seminar this week. Well, before I continue with that, so people ask me, how's your book doing? And I said, I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I'm not young. How about that? I came up with that because I thought, it's true. I'm not rich, I'm not famous, and I'm not young. So rich means you have a lot of money to hire a publicist and help get the word out and advertise. And good for them. I have no problems with people having money. I think we all want money. Money does not make you happier, but it makes you freer to attend to other things and not worry about money. You may worry if you have vast amounts of money because you worry about people wanting your money. But for those of us that are us mortals that have, we do okay, but we're not in that realm of excessive wealth. You really need a lot of money to promote, to publicize, to get out the word. Well, maybe you don't need a lot, but you will need to spend a lot. How about that? Unless you get sponsors or you're fortunate enough as someone famous to pick up your book. Those things have happened. So that's one way. I'm not rich. The second way is I'm not famous. Famous people get, automatically people buy their books. Of course, their name recognition alone will sell books. Any famous person that wants to write a book or have a ghostwriter write their book. And there are many people that don't write their own books. They may be authors. They provide the information, but they're not the writers. That's where the ghostwriters come in. Many famous people. Celebrities, politicians, their spouses, did they really sit down and write their own book? I don't know for sure, but I would say probably many of them, not all of them, did not. Okay. So rich, famous, and young. I don't have a lot of years ahead of me. I have more, I hope, a lot more. But when you're younger, you have energy. I have a lot of energy for somebody older, but you have energy and you have time. You have time is the greatest of all resources. It dwindles, and nothing we can do about that. We cannot stop the hands of time. And that's okay. I have no problem getting older. It's a privilege. As long as I'm healthy, here, I'm fine. But time is also not on my side. So, not rich, not famous, not young. But I thought of something. I thought, instead of feeling bad that it's not selling as much as you'd like, not that I expected it to sell, in thousands and thousands of copies, at least not yet. I'm hoping it still sells. But what I decided to do, as I was on this seminar this week, how people give their book away. Now, I've given it, I certainly give it in terms of prizes, or I don't mind doing that. But I thought, why don't I share this? Why don't I give it to people that could use the message? So I did give it to a few clients, and I may give it to more. And someone said, "Is there anything wrong with it?" I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not giving it as a way for them to buy it. It's within the context of the relationship when they don't feel worthy, or they feel not good enough, or they could use some stories that would help them. That's it." And it's only a few people I've done this with right now. I also decided to give it to people that could benefit, that people that may be in need, that could use some inspiration. And I certainly hope it inspires. I was told it inspires, so I'm hoping. I'm not saying some people, it may not resonate, but most people recognize that there is something in this book that could help them believe in themselves. I've been told that enough. So that's why I believe in my book, as does my publisher. So I have to tell you something. I don't feel bad about my book not selling enough anymore. By giving, it made me feel great. I thought, wow, that's who I am. I believe in helping people. I wouldn't be in this profession of a psychotherapist if I don't. I thought, I'm going to give my book. I still want it to sell, and I hope it does here and there. And maybe when I get out there in the speaking world more, it will. But in the meantime, for those in need who could use an extra hand, an extra message, I'm going to give. And what do I get? I get a warm feeling that I'm contributing something, I hope, to someone's life that maybe in some way will benefit from my message. All right, everyone, you think about what you can give of you and how that might benefit someone else. Believe me, if this made me become unstuck, it doesn't mean I'm going to have more sales, but it made me become unstuck around my book. It lifted me from feeling bad that I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I'm not young. So you go ahead. If you're feeling stuck and you want to become unstuck, one of the ways, as I said, yesterday was gratitude, and today is giving. Think about a way that you can give to someone else. You may not know how it reaches them until later on, or you may never know, but it just might. All right, everyone, I am the teacher and the student. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. I am the teacher and continue to be that lifelong student learner, which I'll talk about in our next video.